Hi, my name is Karina Schainerman and I'm 23 years old. I live in Toronto, Canada, and I go to Ryerson University's RTA School of Media, which is radio, TV, film, the whole showbiz industry. I was born in Israel and moved to Canada when I was 6 years old. So I did grow up here for the most part, but I feel that I have a very mixed cultural background and upbringing. My parents are Russian Israelis, so I definitely have that diversity going on where I feel like my heart belongs to more than one place. And so I think another thing that really defines who I am is that I have a great passion for traveling. I've really traveled a lot so far and seen so many places, and for me, it's one of the greatest things to just go out there and see what's beyond Toronto and be exposed to different people and cultures. And I have friends now from all over the world, so it definitely is great and fun to be able to, you know, I don't even need to couch surf because I can just crash on their couch. So it's very nice to have that. And more so that I have more and more stories. The more I travel, the more stories I develop. Because for me, true storytelling is something that is authentic, something that's real, and something that has passion. Not to say that, films about sci-fi and fictional elements and all that is still storytelling, but when I go to the theater to watch a movie and it shows before the movie starts or at the end that this story is based on a true story, it makes the movie that much more exciting for me and gives me that cinematic experience of it's real. This happened. It's real people. They're played by characters, but it portrays people out there, and we're telling their story. And that brings me to my point of why documentaries are very important to me, because you're telling a story that is based on factual points, and it's real, and it's not scripted. I mean, parts are scripted, yeah, it's for production purposes, but it's not actually scripted. It's raw, it's tangible, like this is what's happening. And one documentary that really moved me, I think I even had a bit of tears in my eyes, was the Tom's shoe story. So Tom's is basically a business model started by a young American guy from Texas. And this was a few years back, where basically it's these shoes these flat shoes. I mean, it's very popular now. It's become a trend. But every shoe that you buy, the other shoe goes to an underprivileged child in a third world developing country. So this would be, Africa, Argentina, Ethiopia, which is Africa, and even America, but basically, for the most part, third world countries and children that don't even know what shoes are. So to me, that was very exciting because I am very passionate for giving back. I traveled to Africa this past February. I was there with my peer professors and students from school, and we went there to shoot a documentary about our two projects of building a new school and a new community local radio station. So this was in the rural villages of Ghana, Africa. They've never, they don't know what a radio station is. I mean, it's the first one in that entire area that is now ready, which is very exciting. So we're waiting now for the documentary to be completed. It's in the process. But that was a very special experience. It was 2 weeks of, I really never thought I would experience something like that. So I kind of want to continue creating documentaries that have the theme of giving back. Also, I'm working on my own little documentary piece of my personal footage from that trip that I want to put on my YouTube channel. And another documentary that I am working towards is, it's actually by myself in a way. I mentioned that I was Israeli, and when I finished high school, I decided to join the Israeli army, which is mandatory for all girls. But I volunteered to do it, the 2-year service, and I was a sharpshooting instructor for combat soldiers, which is quite an important job because you teach these young boys who are 18 how to, protect themselves and their country. And there are hundreds of other girls and guys like me all around the world who just decide, boom, to pick up and go to Israel and enlist in the army. And to me, it's special because a lot of these kids are not even Israeli. And their parents intermarriage, and one parent is not even Jewish and did not convert. So I wanna go out there and document this process and these 18 to 25-year-olds that decide to do this. It's very exciting and it's different. And again, it's authentic and it's raw. And this is kind of something that I've been thinking about doing. I'm also working on a script right now about what I personally experienced in the Army. I went through a whole lot, so I want to take my story and add some fictional elements to it, but I'm thinking of writing a feature script, potentially pitching it.